Load it, ya bitch. There we go. On. That was really funny. Okay, there we go. We're good now. I can't even tell you what the fuck that was. Like, I can't tell you because it's just the fucking OBS encoder crashed is what happened. Like, that's literally what happened. I don't know if it was because of Stone 3, but I don't know. You know, let's find out. I think we're good. We summon Badger back. Perfect. Okay. That's really funny. It's like, it was hard crashed. Like, it was worrying. I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, man. That's the, clear all these so I just don't get annoyed by it. That is the hardest crash I've had in 14 in a long, long time. So I guess let's not touch the red chocobos. I feel like that was a warning. Yeah, sure, fuck it. I can fly in just a second. I didn't grab the aetherite, because stupid me, I didn't grab it. So I have to, like, walk back there. But we could fly in just, like, a second. So we could fly there. I just gotta turn in this quest. That road chocobo is like, Choco Meteor, bitch. Okay, let's get this. Okay, we can fly now. I really like looking at this area from above, like the bridge, the dragon skeleton over there. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Right, because it looks like it's supposed to be like a tail, but I don't know. Oh, no, that's supposed to be the dragon, I think. Yeah, that's supposed to be the dragon that they were talking about. The dragon that, went to sleep and had the ashes all over it. So yes, technically the dragon. What is? There we go. I don't know what was on my screen that was slightly off. Oh. Okay, let me get the aetherite first before I fight another red chocobo. That way, if I die again, we'll be okay. I can just warp back here, so I don't have to fly back here. What a fucking mess. Okay. We're good now. So let's go fight another red chocobo. They're right over here. I wonder why it hard crashed like that. Did it not like the... It feels like it would not like the Stone 3. But that was fine, so... I don't know. Very interesting. Very weird. Well, back to the story, I guess. What I need to do is I need to turn off this one. I had to talk to that guy. That's not the story. The story's up there. Ba-da-ba-da-do. Oh, man. So I can't believe it's only like 4 ether currents. I feel like it was so much more. So much fucking more. The last hunter's probably up here to talk to. Oh, but I'm gonna have to go around the other way. Okay. Oh no, it's the Nath. And they're dead. Fuck you, Nath. Bum, bum, ba-dum. This is not enough, like, tree coverage to be like, yeah, the dragons won't get us. This is not enough tree coverage. It needs to be, like, double. There's, like, 4 trees, guys. They could see you here. I'm just saying. Oh no, there's a bear on the bridge. Southwest. Oh, there it is. Man, they made these ether currents so much easier to get. They used to be a pain. I'm gonna not wanna... No! No, Badger! Ah! I didn't mean to get off the mount. Okay, we're good. I gotta remember I can move and mount. Because, like, I'm so not used to that, because it never used to be like that. Okay, the next one's probably a place we're gonna go to. Don't look at me. Should we chance to meet Machamp again? Remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect a Nath, I doubt we would be standing here. We would be standing here. Mid ruins that I would tentatively describe as Discardian. The style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. With a scholar's eye, Master Alphino, the structure is in fact over 1,000 years old. It's a remnant of the age where our ancestors and Dragonkind lived together in peace. Claim this is evidence of our harmonious past. I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Dravinian masters. This rebel inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool, how desperate you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this instant squabbling. Yeah, pretty reason with these two. Fucking grunt. Our goals are the same. Set aside your differences for now. The truth of the past will be revealed. Grunt. God's above, even Crispy Ham has lost patience with you. We have a common goal, lest you forget, to prevent a war which will claim countless lives on both sides. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust to Crispy Ham's gift in time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Istinian. You would have me keep my counsel until Crispy Ham's visions confirm the truth? Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with Hesvelgar will likely provide the catalyst Crispy Ham's gift requires. As it did mine, let us press on. Is his armor glowing less? It is. Did the snow fucking make your armor glow? Justinian? Like, my god. Excuse me, Badger. Spy you, the three great towers of the west. Ishgardians know them as the Annex Shrine. The place serves as a roost for Svelgar's lesser kindred. If we're to reach the peak of Samal, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened, the one who leads them is a friend. But rather more concerned is the disposition of the Nath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. Okay, now you can look at me. Run! We should at least get to my one of my favorite boss fights. It should be coming up, but I don't know how long it will be until we get there. I know what that one is. And we'll be going there at some point. But, oh, so I really turn off this music. I'm really tired of it already. There we go. It's so fucking pretty. Because I feared the road ahead is teeming with Nath soldiers. Machamp did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed if they would threaten the dragon so openly. They intend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dravinian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to Nath's muskets. There's no route save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. They have muskets? They know how to use gunpowder? I see no muskets in their hands. Get him, Crispy Ham. I meant Badger. Get him myself. Oh shit. Grenadu! They got grenades? Where'd they learn how to build a grenade? Yeah, there was something I needed to talk to you about. I don't know if it was the Xbox thing, because, like, Xbox is, like, fucking closing shit, because, I don't remember. They're closing Ninja Theory. / they're trying to, like, sell them. That was one thing. But I think it's really funny. I had the thought yesterday when I saw that. And I'm like, you know, the problem with Xbox is how little I even thought about it when, like, it was like, oh, maybe I should buy the consoles for, like, streams, right? And I didn't think about Xbox at all, which is hilarious to me. There was no point in my brain said I should buy an Xbox. And I think that says everything that needs to be said. I take no pleasure in killing the Nath. 'Twas to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. While it cannot be helped, we may proceed in the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me, and keep your lance on your back, dragoon. From my word to the warrior of light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. Truly are beyond salvation. Come then. Yeah, well, yeah, there is nothing on Xbox. Because you are correct. Pretty sure this should be...
Vidofnia!
I said this should be fucking budget.
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Dear Vidofnia, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight.
I can't remember at all. No, it wasn't the Trump phone. It was video game related. It wasn't stupidity. It wasn't made in China phones.
Further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
Yeah, I don't know why we brought him. Yeah, yell at him. Tell him he's a bitch.
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
Justinian.
You
Was it?
forget
Was
yourself,
I bet
sir.
that. I can
We are
believe
here
that.
on a mission of peace.
My sires will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Vidofnia, please.
It's just so
We
fucking
must be
stupid.
allowed to convey our intentions to Resfelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one.
I think it was that Final Fantasy game was just a
But I
repackaged
cannot
mobile
grant
game.
thy wish.
I think was one of
I
it.
am bound to remain here and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
Fuck yeah, the Nath's god.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
Time to kill it.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal
The
to the
2D Final Fantasy
to
game coming
succeed
out.
where dragons have failed?
That one. Whatever it was called.
'Tis beyond thee, mortal.
but thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
Yes, the one that looks like Octopath. That's a repackaged mobile game called Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer.
And I say repackaged as in they're probably making it a real game, like Octopath Zero. But yeah. So the Nath have summoned their god, and thus is the mystery of the newfound belligerents laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further my own ends. I desired her strength only to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. But what a fool I am to speak of you of peace to you. A bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction. Enough! Fucking goddamn, it's enough. If the Nath have truly brought forth their deity from the ether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rest upon this primal's defeat. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? My apologies, you're right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Marchand. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. What a great team we have together, you know? Can I get this Ethernet? Man, this looks so good. Okay, cool, I can. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that it's packaged in America if we want to go through that little fucking line. Right? Like, it doesn't surprise me at all. It's just everything he does is a lie, man. How about the 14 million fucking contract to make the Lincoln Memorial Pool not be green and full of algae, and yet here it is, green and full of algae. Even though it's only like a $1.4 million job, it somehow got to 14 million. Oh, man, it's like we should not let a child be at the reins of a country. Oh, man, whew. It's like we shouldn't let a failed businessman be that either. Oof. How do you bankrupt a casino? Fucking morons. Yeah, because it's a scam. It is a scam. It actually is a scam. Because it's just a repackaged, like, Chinese phone. Just painted in gold with an American flag on it. Oh, back already, are we? Met the Nath, did you? And what is it like? Was it you'd like to... Fucking... Summon a primal, you say? Summon hells? Well, I don't know bugger all about Nath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their trading habits, there never seemed much point in asking. Why should it be that hard to find out? From time to time, we barter with the small hive to the north and west of here. Outcasts from the main tribe, from what I understand. I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves. That sounds promising. Exactly what a Nath considered to be the right incentives. I know the average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two, but seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. You want a good-sized jar of landtrap nectar, a basket of callum tree fruit, and always a Nath favorite, a generous portion of young Nanka flesh. Shall gather the fruit. Leaping the lower branches of these forest giants should present little challenge to me. Then I shall collect the nectar with Master Alphino's arcane assistance, and I'll go kill everything. Okay. I just like I know there's some who got it to, like, obviously point out how much of a scam it is, right? Like, that's a real, right? I get that. But, like, shame on you for falling for the 30th fucking trap. You know? Shame on you for falling for the same scam yet again. How many times can you fall for the same scam? I know it's Republican voters. I know they don't have much intelligence. That is very clear, and it's always been very clear. But, like, come on, you're allergic to keeping your money. You're supposed to be conservatives, yet you fucking throw your money at the easiest scams ever. Because your fucking intelligence is below fucking 5. Like, Get a golden golf ball with it? Why would you want a golden golf ball? Dude, it's just, you just gotta laugh in their faces. They need to be shamed out of the country, honestly. Like, they should be shamed out of the country. How could you fall for this stupid shit? Like, you gotta be real fucking stupid. I think it's been one of those things. I'm so fucking, like, what's it? Unfazed by, like, the cult of personality. Right? Like, I am so don't give a fuck about anybody. Because if, like, anybody comes out tomorrow, like, if Willie and Pat came out tomorrow, and we're like, oh, we're terrible people, and blah, 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 all this shit happened, I'll be like, okay, bye. Right? Like, who the fuck cares? They're a human being like you and me. No, I don't hold people at, like, a higher standard just because it's like, oh, Yoshi P is the director of 14. Cool. You tell me he's gonna be a bad person? Cool, I'm out. Bye. I don't get the cult of personality. I don't know how you could look up to people when you should know that they're people could just be as scummy as they want to be. Seriously, I can't wait. I can't wait to live in a world where I don't have to fucking think about Trump, see Trump, deal with Trump. I can't fucking wait for that world. It's been a decade of his stupid fucking shenanigans. I can't fucking wait to be rid of that fucking goddamn scam troll. Hello, T-Rex. Don't look at me. I gotta kill some Nankas. Can't wait for the day. Ass eyes! Yeah! Is it just him and the family? No, like, he has kids. Is that what you're saying? Like, he has kids, but, so none of his family has, like, the charisma. It's not really charisma. No one in his family is as likable as him, I guess. No one can speak to the idiots as well as him, because he himself is an idiot. No, I don't think so. I think one of the things we're really gonna see within the next 5 years is that when Trump's out of the picture, whether it be by not being president anymore or by being, dead, that there's gonna be like a power vacuum that everybody's gonna try and fill, like on the conservative side, and they're just gonna rip each other apart. Because no one on that side is like him. And they have pushed everybody else out. Like, there is no sane Republicans anymore. There is only fucking trash garbage that does not give a fuck about the American population or its country itself. They're just there for the quickest of bucks. They're just there to fucking just make the libs cry, even though at the end of the day, they're the ones crying because everybody's mean to them. Was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would not have known to harvest it without Yusel's help. So I got the meat. Yep, here you go. Splendid. I should put this Sistian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous looking hamper for the fucking Noth. Isn't that what I have? Yeah. Because, like, J.D. Vance is, like, the most unpopular fucking vice president ever. Like, he's negative popularity. Well, everything appears to be in order, so no one has any objections. We'll go fucking present it to the Nath. The couch fucker is unpopular. Like, how must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal or some such? You gotta, like, literally take it to them. What are you doing? Calm yourself, Master Elven. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Not my JD, my chemical romance vans. No, don't bring my chemical romance into this. They don't deserve such slander. Long as it's been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Land trap nectar, common true fruit, nunc flesh. I like these guys. They're cool. What delectable foods you brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters, come to our hive, you betray. Camped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Better live as such that be cracked and crunched by dragon draws. Yes, come. Not far. It's okay. Just like, they don't deserve such slander. You just gotta call him the couch fucker. That's all you need to call him. I think my favorite thing at the current moment is that, like, conservatives are losing such ground that, like, places like the Daily Wire with garbage people like Ben Shapiro are just losing fucking so much business because everybody's so done and tired of their stinky shit. Their same fucking promises they'll never deliver or never fucking do. They just make your lives worse in every regard. They just make you angry and fearful. And it's like, it's one of the funniest things is that, like, the only people afraid of immigrants are people who live so far alone, like, you know, like the fucking most of the Midwest. People who have no interaction with immigrants in any way, shape, or form. That they're so afraid of just the things they can't see because they've never seen it. And you just gotta laugh at them because, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're scared of this entity because you've been told to be scared of it by some white guy in a fucking leather chair in New York. You know, on, like, Fox News. Your presence here has been announced to the storyteller. Like, come on. Like, no one's been more sheep than them in all of history. Right? Like, they want to call people snowflakes and fucking sheep, and it's like, they're just projecting on, like, themselves. Let's speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are non-mind. Hello, storyteller. Welcome to our hive, hunters. We have brought delicacies much sought after by our people, and we are much pleased. What would you have in return? Honor Elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home and for accepting our humbling offerings. My companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's God. Knowledge alone? What strange hunters you are, but if words you would desire, then words you shall have. We are the Voth, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You hear the tale of the Nath's God, the god of the One Mind, summoned into our midst. The One Mind, these are the Nath who reside in the main colony? Yes, they are one, connected, but let's begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren. And with spear and spell and musket, the dragon was slain. It was likely the one that fled battle with my kinsman. I should commend you for finishing the job. Yeah, just give him that old fucking stare down. What a bitch. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The One Mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground. But no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Dravinian was easy prey. Lest the Overmind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. The One Mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravinian lands would become Nath lands, and ever larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. I don't think any of these are better. Is there a mine one? There it is. Okay. Which other president committed more crimes? I cannot tell you for sure. Because like let's be real here. Let's be real here. I can't like it's most likely Republicans, but the thing is, and let's be real here. We're talking about 200 years of history, specifically 250 years, and there was a literal switch between, because if we're talking like Abraham Lincoln Republicans, that's pretty much modern day Democrats. And so there's that fucking switch that happened at some point in history. I can't tell you right now because I don't remember, but there is a switch that happened in history where Republicans in America became these vile, terrible people that were the old Democrats, right? So I can't tell you if we put like real history to it. I can't tell you because there's that switch that happened. Grab this quest. I call upon the power of Primal for the greater good, conscious all the while that I do so at grave cost to the land, a reason that is a necessary evil, and willing to shoulder the burden of my sin. Suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much. I must show you see that I'm aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than expand their dominion. To a sign of the seventh dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat, the distinction you draw seems questionable at best. The fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Nath, as you rightly put it. If they truly seek not but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. I'll let you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphino, a being of whom we know not. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending the warrior of light to her death? No, you have the right to it, Astilian. What would seem is who I am guilty of presuming too much. Forgive me, crispy ham. I do not fear my duty. I am a potato. Small but mad. Great crispy ham need not face this foe alone. Like her, I am blessed with the Echo's protection. I may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. How do you truly imagine yourself a second warrior of light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. We know not where this god resides or how to challenge it. Unless you mean to pray until it appears. Well, okay, so like Republicans are proud of banning slavery, so you'd be fine with the presidents committing crimes back then too. That sentence doesn't make sense in my brain. What? Because like that, as I said, that would be what Republicans love to hold that, but again, like effectively because of that switch, that is Democrats ban slavery if we talk about the ideals and you know just whatever you want to call it. I don't want to call it justice, but yeah, because again, it would be Democrats back then that would be Republicans of today. And again, Republicans have always been stupid. They've always been slightly vile, to an extent, like, again, with whatever you want to call it, whatever time period. Right? But they're not this stupid, or this dumb, or this, like, money-hungry, bloodthirsty, ravenous fucking idiots. Like, their entire party is built upon this cult ideology right now. And the second that cult ideology is broken, that party is going to literally crumble. They are not going to be able to fucking handle it. They'll still live, but it's going to be a bloodbath within their own ranks. Because they left any logic. They left any sane logic years ago. Like, they have nothing anymore. Vasilian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vath and learn how to best secure an audience with their deity. In this, at least, I may be of your assistance. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. Dear Vath, we are the non-mind. We do not hear the one mind's thoughts, we do not predict their will. Put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our god, then he will have your soul. Show you not so generous so that. Wish to meet our god? Offer yourself as a sacrifice, you will soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however. You're generous hunters, yes. Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Maybe we bring us just once more? We're very fond of Nanka flesh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the whole thing's gonna break apart. Because it is a cult mentality. When one person can do no wrong no matter what, and I've seen enough of them say that and fall into that trap, like they're fucking toasted. They're toasted and roasted the second it happens. Like like I complain about how George Bush absolutely ruined public schooling, right? Like completely ruined it. It's fucked. Because the No Child Left Behind Act, and we could talk about, you know, the wars in the Middle East that last forever because of American interference, and how little we should be involved in the Middle East when it comes to these stupid things and all this shit, and how it just never ends and we never get anything out of it, so why are we doing it? You know, like, why are we just having these fucking 20+ year long wars for no good reason ever? I don't even know where I was going with that. Enjoy a Naka Flash. Yeah, there you go. Where was I going with that? Oh, but I was gonna say, the worst president that caused the most harm besides Trump in the Republican Party in the last decade, no, sorry, not in the last decade, in the last 50 years, is literally Ronald Reagan. The idiot fucking ruined the world's economy. Like, that shit is fucked because of it. Because now money has no intrinsic value. It doesn't exist. Money is just a fucking, an ideal. It's an imaginary fucking thing now. Right? Before, money was backed by gold. Right? So, it made sense. It's like, this much money would give you this much gold. And there was value to it. But when that was taken away, money no longer has value. It's just an imaginary number. And it doesn't matter at the end of the day. This is why the stock market can keep going up and up and up. Because at the end of the day, it's just fake money. Right? It's just the belief in something. Once you take that belief away, then the money becomes less and less. Like, it's not how currency should work. Currency should have a backing. And without currency having a backing, it's just a fucking mess. Since the one mind are enmeshed by the overmind, what one sees, all see. Alert a single Nath, and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our god and detect it is all but impossible. You know what he also was? He was an actor. He was not a politician. Do you see how when we vote someone who is not a politician, the world just immediately gets worse in every way possible? And I'm not saying that we shouldn't have people who should be trying to, like, get into politics and become the outskirts of said things, right? Like the underdogs or whatever. But, like, You can't have someone be the fucking president with no experience at all. You have to be fucking stupid to think that's a good idea. The Vath are wont to allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I'm beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. When I understand, the king-like overmind sits at the center of Nath society, and his presence somehow allows the subjects to communicate with need of word or gesture. These Nath, the ones who inhabit the larger hive, are known as the One Mind, and it's by the combined with all that with will that the primal is summoned. Those reside in the smaller hive, however, are the Vath, or the non-mind, who for reasons that yet escape me seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond, which connects their Nath counterparts. And of the nature of their own guard and summary, we have wasted our time. Not so. Peerless though it may be, the Vath didn't furnish us with one certain method of approaching the primal, as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the Nath will bring us before the deity to make our offering of souls. There's an Odyssey game about the Reagan years. Is it how bad it fucking is? But let's be clear about what it is you propose. You mean to say you would deliberately provoke the Nath, surrender yourself into what might generously be termed their custody, and then wait until their god arrives to claim your soul? That fairly describes my plan. You'll join me in this endeavor, will you not, Crispy Ham? Judging by the great risk you took in preventing the summoning of Saint Shiva, you are not a woman to err on the side of caution. But that I could fight your side, warrior life, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alphino. And instead, let's just go fucking kick some shit in and then surrender. Okay. Seriously, it's why Republicans love to point to the stock market and be like, look, the stock market's up. The stock market's up. And it's like, that's literally fake money. It doesn't matter. Like, it literally doesn't matter. Like, who cares? Like, that's not what's, you know, in your bank, in your pocketbook, where you can't afford groceries or rent or medical bills or, like, none of that shit matters. That's why when the AI bubble pops and the investors start becoming fearful of AI because of how much it costs and the resources it requires with the money they don't make, that's when the stock market will take a massive hit, because that's when the investors start pulling out their money and their belief in the fucking system that AI will make the money, right? Like, it's just not gonna work the way they want it to. No, they're up here. Intruders, your lives are forfeit. Yeah, are they? I only need these fire drones, because I need them for a quest. Let's have a party. Oh god, they're not gonna move in, are they? Well, this will be a mess. They'll be fine. I do really question how, like... And I know it's just propaganda and many years of just listening to Fox News and nothing else and consuming just propaganda and propaganda and propaganda, but I don't know how you could ever come to the distinction that Republicans are good for the economy or good for anything ever. Because I don't think they've ever improved the system in my lifetime. I don't think there's been one improvement. Because I cannot name one. It's only been bad and downfall and fucking trillions more in debt because they just don't fucking actually use the money for appropriate and good things. They're like the worst businessmen. No increased taxes. fucking, yeah, I love giving the rich more tax breaks so that they could go buy the yachts and everything they're gonna go buy with those tax breaks. The Overmind must now be aware of our intrusion. Let's press on to the hive. Like, I would be, in a better society, I would be willing to pay more in taxes if those taxes gave me universal health care, you know, UBI, you know, universal basic income, fucking, better infrastructure. If we use those taxes for actual things that taxes should be used for, hell yeah, I'll pay more in taxes. If I don't gotta pay a fucking doctor bill ever in my life, fuck, sign me up right now. Oh, I just pissed off the world. I just pissed off the world. Oh, I didn't mean to. No. Ass size is too big. My ass size is too big. Yeah, I literally pissed off everything. I should be okay because I'm a healer, but man. In 3 seconds, I can use ass size again. Such a good spell, but man. Flower! Yeah, that's one of those things. Is like if I would pay more in taxes. One of the things I remember that like when I lived with my parents would be the fucking I would have this conversation and be like, yes, I would pay more in taxes if I never have to pay for a medical bill in my life. Because they've only been fed propaganda of how bad the fucking universal healthcare is in Canada, which isn't even that bad. And again, because they're unwilling to look more deeper into this research or stories than what they fucking see. Like, it's so pathetic. It's so laughably pathetic, because it's just like, how about you fucking be smarter and actually do some actual research instead of look like, oh, look at this video! Oh, I can't go with it. It's like, yeah, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I want this ether current. And no, that's the thing. Because you can go do the research, but at the end of the day, they're not going to listen. Hell, I've told my parents that Elon Musk, the fucking goddamn stupidest motherfucker in the world, was literally born rich as fuck from his dad's emerald mine. And they're like, oh, that sounds like fake news. And I'm just like, his dad literally fucking said it, you fucking morons. Like, shut the fuck up. We're gonna end up going into the fucking, like, reasons why. He didn't pull a nerve. It's literally the reason why I'm, like, very distant with my parents. Because it's just like, this is what I had to deal with in, like, 2019. Right? In 2019, I literally called my dad a fucking moron. That should be sufficient. We do not have our host's full attention before we must surely have it now. It's probably like 2020, but you know what I mean. Our audience with the primal may be granted soon after our capture. Pray advise me once you have sealed your mind for the battle to come. Yeah, Lord of the Hive. You are prepared then? Fuck yeah, I am. Oh, here, Crispy Ham. In the next Nathchem, we offer no resistance. Surrender, intruders. There is no escape. Enough, we surrender. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your God. Let me pause this one, before we get into the good stuff. They seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before their lord, pray leave matters to me. If what I know is summoning rituals holds true, I shall be well placed to act. I need to say that the reason I call my dad a fucking moron, a fucking idiot, because we got into this conversation because this was when Trump had COVID, and I'm like, it's too bad he didn't fucking bite it, because he fucking should have, for all the people who died of COVID because his own fucking goddamn ignorant fucking, you know, ways of acting towards, like, during COVID. And my dad's like, oh, you shouldn't say that. It's like, oh, I believe in the good of people, and I just sit there and I'm like, he was never good. I'm sitting there, I'm like, you're a fucking idiot if you think that. Because I have given a lot of people a lot of chances in my life. And if someone's not a good person, they're not gonna be a good person. No matter what. That's not how this works. You can believe in the good of people. Cool. You should give people chances. Yeah, but when they continue to be the scumbag that they are, they're not gonna change. They're not. Especially a fucking 70-year-old man. Do you think he gives a fuck? This was before the vaccine. This was before the vaccine. This was like the start of COVID. Because he had COVID pretty fast into it. As I recall. Yeah. Yeah, he was fucking... He had, he did a whole fucking, like, little press conference after he got out of the hospital. As in, not really a press conference. He was just seen on the back lawn of the White House. And he fucking... You could tell he was, like, couldn't even breathe. By just standing up. It had to be, like, September of 2020. I think it was September. Because I had that conversation with my dad. And then... Fucking... By November... I was pretty much trying to move here. By November, I'm like... I was talking to my friends. They're like, hey, you should move here. Yeah, you should come for a visit. And I'm like, sure. And so... in November I came down, or in December I came down, and they're like, hey, if you want to move here, we'll like help you get a place and such, and all that. And so I moved down here to get away from that and everything else that was going on, because I'm like, oh, I fucking hate it here, and my parents are literally fucking idiots that I have to deal with, because, like, this is the situation we're in, and I'm like, I can't. The town was always going to crap. Like, the town was a dying town by the time I was, like, 6 years old, right? By the time I was 6 years old, it was already going downhill, and it only progressed more and more. And again, I have to absolutely state, it was not because of the Spanish population that was moving in. It was because of the old white people who didn't like the Spanish people moving in. They didn't stay in that town. They moved. They technically, so it's like there was a city, right? There was the city, and we lived on like the outside of the city in a smaller like town, right? Because there was a lot of smaller places around the city. Yeah, so like say this is the city, right? We lived like here, and my grandparents lived like here, and my aunt lived like here. Like, we weren't in the city. Like, I went to high school there because that's where the high school was. But, yeah. But like the fucking old, I have to really state that the old white people did not want to better that community. They just wanted to be as bitter and vile as possible. Like, to do literally unconstitutional shit. I was reading up the other day about some of the unconstitutional shit that the one senator, I think it was a senator, did. He might have been governor at the time. I don't know. I don't think he was. I think it was a senator. The senator did that I knew, like, I was in class with his nephew. Like, he was my age. And I remember his nephew being such a fucking scumbag, too. And it's just like, it's like literally like as fucking unconstitutional bullshit possible. It was more like, I assume, yes, the authorities got into that, but it was also like they wrote a bill that didn't allow them to do whatever, and it was literally ruled unconstitutional like a month later. Because it's like, you can't fucking... No, this is not how this works. I can't remember exactly. They what? Oh, yeah, they should be. Yeah, huh, yeah, no. Uh-huh. Yeah, huh, yeah. I can't remember. I think it had to do something with housing. But I can't remember fully. I'd have to re-look it up. Because I was looking up stuff about that town. And it's just, again, I really gotta stress, man. I really gotta stress for everybody. Fucking, it was a very popular place. Yes, it does. It was a very popular place for Spanish people because it was 2 hours away from New York. And it was very cheap to live there. So that's why we had like an influx of, I think it was mostly Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. And just the old white people, man, they were just such fucking scumbags, man. They literally just did not, like, they did not want to, like, make that town better. They just wanted to hold on to their old ass grumpy ways and just sit in their fucking shit. So... I think within the last, like, 5 years, the Spanish population has overtook the white population in that town. And I know there is a lot of things going on in that town, like, a lot of, like, things being built and such. So we'll see what it turns into as the time goes on. But I think it was only in the last couple of years that population changed over. Mark the sound of the river rushing through the ravine behind us, passing loud, is it not? Imagine the noise would serve to mask our escape should we need to withdraw temporarily. But you are prepared, are you not? I do hope so. If I were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you were haggling over the price of potions, I should not be amused. I dismissed Master Alphino's concern. I confess that I did wonder how the Nath might treat the prisoners. Happily, it would seem they are not wont to harm sacrifices, nor even disarm them. Plainly, they imagine their god invulnerable. No, like, you really gotta, it's going out of places. Like, that's why a lot of college kids start becoming more and more, like, tolerant.
Now we have but to wait.
Right, to other cultures, religions, and such, because they get those experiences that living in a white, rural, fucking middle of nowhere town doesn't give you. Because when you live in a white, rural, middle of nowhere town, everything's scary, right? Like, immigrants are scary because they're not what you're used to. People are so afraid of things different that they're so willing to not look at other human beings as other human beings and instead as perpetrators and fucking ne'er-do-wells because they're just afraid and because they never took that fucking step to learn, to grow. Instead, they'd rather fucking stew in their hatred and continue that and pass that on to their children and never you know, do anything with themselves besides become hateful, terrible people.
O Lord Ravana, master of the sacred blades, wrath of the colony, conqueror of the world, hear our prayer. Pray grant unto your devoted children the gift of your divine presence.
He comes.
Man, I love Ravana.
All strength to the colony. Speak and I shall listen.
I'll get to that point in a second.
General, we have captured intruders and would make unto you an offering of their life's blood.
These feeble fleshlings dared to invade Natlands.
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory. We wished only to learn the reason you wage war.
There's someone
against
like,
the
he's about to
Dragons.
get to the Ravana fight. Come on, go. That's me.
Thou wouldst flirt with death merely to satisfy thy curiosity. Wherefore should the glorious conquests of the Nath concern thee so, Elezen? Mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly, and thou art desirous of a pact.
We crave no alliance, Lord Ravana. Only peace. We would bring an end to our war with the dragons. Yet so long as they remain embroiled in this conflict with your children, our goal shall remain out of reach. Never before have the Nath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight. Long have my children waited, gathering their strength in the shadow of thy ceaseless conflict. The Nath would see the Dravanians slain, and their territory secured. And by such fervent prayers am I now given form and purpose.
As I feared, your very existence is an obstacle to our goal. Since you are so fond of fighting, we challenge you, Lord of the Nath. And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian soil.
Thou art bold indeed to risk thy fleshy hide so readily. Very well. I, Ravana, fourfold master of the blade, to accept thy challenge. But should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear to serve in mine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
I like how she's like, I can just be Shiva, it's fine.
What is this? A god clad in flesh?
That's really, yeah, that's what I love about Lady Iceheart.
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
Mine oath is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy ruse will but add to mine enjoyment.
Do you really think just keeping him frozen would work? You can really tell that Shiva has like no combat experience.
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
She means more crystals in the background, like the things that give her power.
Nothing to me. And what of thee, mortal? Art thou warrior or craven?
Okay. Yeah, she just get her ass wrecked. It's so funny. She's like, I got this. Fucking slapped.
A warrior, then. Good. Mayhap thou will provide more sport than thy feeble companion.
It was a slow turn. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, you gotta come to my arena. I'm done fighting here. There you go. Thok as Thok. Can I just say, before we get into Thok as Thok, real quick, last point of when you put up the melting pot, right? There is just a subset of fucking white people who think America belongs to them because they're white. They think that like America has belonged to white people. And the logic of that just makes no sense because they're all immigrants and they're so ready. They're so ready to just say, "No, we're indigenous Americans." And like, "No, you're not. You're fucking idiots is all you are." Like, every single one of you are immigrants to this fucking country, one way or another. It doesn't matter if your fucking people were from the 1600s coming over or whatever you want to fucking say. It doesn't matter. You have very little stake in this land, like claim stake in this land as anybody else who came to this land. The only people who were actually here before you was the, you know, Native Americans. Not white people. Not your English, not your French, not your Spanish, not your fucking Italians. No. Native Americans. Because guess what? You're non-indigenous people. They're just so ready to say we're a white culture. It's like, shut the fuck up, man. You have no culture. Okay, let's do Thakastak. Fuck yeah. I gotta talk to her, huh? Forgive me, I was overconfident. Yeah, you were, girl. You got fucking wrecked. Okay, they're just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You got your ass beat, girl. Did I, like, shame? No. Yeah, they're so ready to be like, no, we're the true Native Americans. It's like, no, you're not. Like, it's literally the fucking, it's not understanding history more than, like, a fucking the 13 colonies, you know? Like, they really fucking think that white people were, like, the true fucking holders of this land, even though, you know, again, the people they say they come from are not even the first ones to discover this land by fucking European countries of today's age. Like, literally, the Vikings were here long before. Long before fucking Christopher Columbus came. Christopher Columbus discovered nothing that wasn't already known. He's just too much of a fucking moron to know how to sail correctly. Like, that's just the truth of it. He was such a fucking idiot. He didn't even know how to sail correctly. I wonder what that is like. And why I really like that in most places, Columbus Day has been changed to Indigenous Peoples Day. Because they deserve that fucking holiday more than some fucking dumbass who doesn't know how to sail. I appreciate it. Ugh. Oh yeah, did you see? To get off a completely different topic, to go back to gaming, did you see that there's reports that a lot of video game companies are going to be like put under the start of July? Like, there's a lot of studios that might be on the chopping block as soon as July comes around. No? Okay, so there's a report by pretty much the French. What's the French news channel? Hold on. BFM-TV. That publisher-owned studios it's like a bloodbath's coming, whether it be layoffs or what have you. And that's pretty... It feels like it's been pretty confirmed with Microsoft coming out yesterday about getting rid of Ninja Theory. Like, several Xbox studios, including Compulsion, Ninja Theory, and Double Fine, are negotiating with Xbox to try to avoid closure. Like, effectively, this is the video game crash. Like, the video game crash has been happening before our eyes for the last, like, 5 years. Ever since the end of COVID. Right? But here's coming the hard crash. Like, we've been in the crash. Because there's been so many layoffs over the past, like, couple years. And studios closed and such. But they're like, now, if this is true, will be the true video game crash that's gonna happen. Why layoffs? Because, so I assumed that part of it was because COVID numbers were so high, because COVID had a lot of people indoors, which let a lot more people playing video games and consuming entertainment in any way, shape, or form, that they overhired. That is one logic of it. But another logic of it is that making video games has gotten so expensive because they have not learned how to fucking make video games properly. Also, good music. That it's coming home to roost now. But that's enough, because stock is happening. We'll talk about it after. But yeah. I just want to see his animation again.
Dance to the song of ringing steel.
I can't use axe eyes.
Furious as a blaze.
Yeah, I can't ass. This is the one where we get on his ass. Pretty sure it is.
Perish.
Maybe it's the other one. Oh!
Bleed. Feel my blades.
There's the slaughter.
I am invincible.
Yeah, that was the one get on his ass. Okay.
Bleed. Wilt thou yield?
Ah, I died. Those burns did a lot more damage than I expected.
Take wing, ye souls of war!
That was crazy. That's fine. I can't even use a feather. I mean, a flower. I have so little of my fucking things here. Oh, no. Okay, no, I can. I just didn't have a flower. I really wish I could use that size. It would help. Come on.
Prepare thyself! Rejoice in the glory of combat! Unveiling of the earth!
Whoa, that tank just got flown off. I just fucking spawn on me. I'm trying. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. My rescue button was not there. It's fine. That person gets them up. Please kill him before he does this. Thank you.
Thus does the sacred rite of combat proclaim the victor. I lay my blades at thy feet, child of man.
Bye, Ravana. I love you. Here you go, little guy. Yeah, okay. I would do a whole fucking big text thing now. Because there's no way, as a healer, there's no way I can fucking heal and read all that. Which is why I really want to switch to monk at some point soon.
You do not disappoint, warrior of light. Would that I had your skill in battle. I do begin to see why so many place their faith in you.
Well, I didn't get overconfident and be like, ah, yeah, I can fucking beat him with my little transformation.
I do not think Ravana one to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Nath lands, they should have little to fear of the Primal's biting blades. We have done well, have we not? Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
Once more you achieve the impossible, bringer of light. But with every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus, beseeching divine succor. At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
Ever since we first fought, have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power. Never from far till this day, you are a marvel to behold. It is time we join our companions. Yeah, World Hive. Done and done. I really like fucking Ravana. That fight's really good. It gets a little fucking overshadowed by how, A, short it is now. But man, do I love that fight. We'll probably see the extreme versions of all these fights when I can actually gain, you know, the levels and the gear. Granted, they're probably going to be just as short, but I could make them go longer. Because I do want to get all the extreme mounts for this account, or this character as well. At least the ones I could easily grab by myself. Oh, I got a 4-wing. I didn't even know you could make anything good off the 4-wing. Maybe the minion. Hello, I have killed a god. It was not your god, technically, but it was a god. Please shower praise onto me. And I really like the Dravinian Fourlands fucking music too. Get out of here, Fate music. I don't want you. Well, let's turn on this quest first. Yep, here's your muskets. Yeah. Crispy Ham, Lady Estelle, thank the 12. Yeah, I murdered another god, you know, just the usual thing for this potato. Lord Ravana, you say? How curious that the Vath never mentioned his name. You're quite certain he'll keep his word? There was honor beneath his savagery. That we survived the encounter, it all was a miracle I must attribute to Crispy Ham. Never did I doubt you, warrior of light, unlike some. You were gone so long that Master Elfino here nigh lost his wits with worry, fretting like a maid for her sweetheart he was. Sidian, was that truly necessary? Not truly necessary, but certainly true. What matters is that the primal is banished and our promise fulfilled. We should return to Vidoff Near without delay. I should forget that this was but a means to secure an audience with the worm Harris Felgar. Nidhogg's minions will not be halted by idle chatter. Come now, we must make every moment count. Your unkindness, Sidian, for all his experience and intellect, Alphino is still but a boy. He's right over there! He didn't even move far! He's still on screen! Guys! He can hear you! He looks like he's just like staring at the wall. He is! Shall we on our way to Annex Shrine then? I would not have the dragons think that we have forgotten our bargain. I don't think he is. I think he's lost his mind. That's the quest for the dailies for the NAF. We're not going to do it now. What I am going to do is I'm going to go back here and grab these 2 quests real quick. Supposedly, yes. Supposedly, there's going to be a lot of studio closures and layoffs. Did you not see the news? I could take this quest, which will give me whatever move that is. With the white mage. They during the Xbox showcase, they showed off Senua's Sacrifice, like 3, whatever game that is. I didn't play any of them. But, they're literally, like, trying to find a buyer for that studio. Like, they just showed off a new game by them 8 days ago. And are trying to get rid of them right now. I watched the Xbox One because I was awake and I saw it. We're not going to worry about this story. It's just getting to get the Beast Tribe quest for the NAF. Because we gotta save this guy from not dying. But I did watch it. And then I walked away when the Gears of War was happening because they really didn't talk about anything important when that Gears of War was happening. Well, I have no reason to get a Series S. And we talk about how all the Xbox games are on PC, right? But, like, they're like, thanks for 25 years of Xbox. And we're hoping for 25 years more. And it's like, when you look at their lineup, they've never evolved in 25 years. Like, nothing about them has changed. Like, they're just trying to bring back the oldies, saying that they're good, but they haven't made any meaningful changes to those games. That you're just playing the same game again with prettier graphics. Like, how many times does Halo 1 need to get fucking remade, remastered? Like, how many times do I need to hear about the city in Gears of War? Like, nobody cares. Gears of War is about the fucking being like, oh, bro, yeah. Well, the Nasher just fucking tear apart that dude. Chainsaw gun. Right? Like, nobody gives a fuck about the story of fucking Gears of War anymore. They ruined that shit years ago. I can't even think of anything else they're coming out with. Like, honestly, I legitimately can't think. No, I can't. I'm trying to think about that fucking showcase because I did see it. Because the only thing they showed was, like, Persona 4 Revival, which is not an Xbox game, like, not a Microsoft game. And they showed that Persona 6 teaser, which was nothing, like, always. Because, yeah. I feel like... I might be crazy, but I feel like we knew the color of Persona 6 was green for so long. But that could just be me making this up. I feel like we already knew that. And again, you have nothing to show for a game that should have been in development for like 10 years now, if not at least 6. Yeah. Because, like, the game should have been in development at least by 2020. Right? When did Royal come out? Because if you were making Persona 5, Persona 5 came out in like 2017, 2016. Because I remember playing it on my PS4. So 6 years later, we can attribute that to COVID, right? Because COVID did fuck up a lot of Japanese development. Right, so we could attest to that being like delayed 2 years. It was supposed to come out in 2020, got delayed to 2022, whatever. Right? What the fuck? I don't need to do this quest. Like, I really can't be excited. Oh, it was released on PC, so was it 2020? Because I feel like 2020? PS4, yeah, okay. Because I remember, I feel like I was showing it to the fucking... my old roommate. Back in 2021. Yay, I just had to find the one ether current, which is 1056 northwest. I'll just teleport over here, grab this quest. Yeah, okay. So I was right, yeah, it's like 4 years. So by 2020, you probably should have had, like, P6 being in some kind of stage of development. Whether that be concept or not. Why has it been like 10 years since Persona 5 that we're just hearing about Persona 6 now? It's wild to me. It's legitimately, it's wild to me. I don't understand it. Yep, okay, so this is the last 2 quests for this. So where is this one? There. Man, I love the bagpipes. Hi, Vidofnir. We'll talk to you in a minute. I'm gonna finish this quest first. But yeah, I think that's really all they showed. Like, there's more stuff, but like most of Xbox games, like I used to be a big 360 like gamer, whatever you want to fucking call it, right? I love the 360. I still have a 360. I still have an Xbox One, which I didn't really get, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, I still have a 360. And I played a shit ton of games on the 360. Whether it be Microsoft or not. Like, I played Gears of War, Halo, like, pretty much everything they put out, I played. And, like, they absolutely destroyed, like, all of their goodwill in the past, like, 15 years? 16 years? No, it's like 14 years since the release of the Xbox One and the PS4. Yeah, people like Battlefield, but that's not a Microsoft game. That's a EA game. Yeah, like Battlefield... No, it's okay. Battlefield's EA. Which is probably dead in the water, as in we know the EA deal that fucking will eventually put that company in the fucking gutter. Whether it be sooner rather than later, or later rather than sooner, because they're not going to be able to make the payments, because EA doesn't make enough money to be able to pay the amount they need to pay for the loan they took out, because they're stupid, and with the Saudi Arabian money drying up, because they've actually pulled out of a lot of things, because that money's drying up, they, you know, a lot of things are just gonna be like, oh, we bought this, and now it's dead. EA is gonna be that. Yeah, so because of the situation in the Middle East at the moment, the one thing it is actually drying up the Saudi Arabian money. I don't remember how, but it is, and they're pulling out of a lot of things. Like, they pretty much are like, I think they were pulling, because they bought all, like, the FGC stuff, too. Like, they bought EVO, as I recall. And then announced they were doing, like, 10 EVO tournaments in a year. And then just, they're like, oh no, we're just scaling it back, though. Thou return, little one. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-conceived contest with the Nath? Nay, my friend, return in triumph. By a crispy ham's hand was the beastman's god, Lord Ravana, laid low. His overconfidence, the promised word, will withdraw his followers from your lands in the event of his defeat. Promise we believe he will keep. The Nath shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain, then? Art thus thou content with his biting blades? But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfill mine. Attend me, mortals, hie you into the deepest reaches of Morn, and there shall you find Halo, the altar from which you may begin your ascent to the summit of Al Samal. Be fairly warned, the minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on that sacred mount. By our struggles within the cavern, shall I judge your party possess of sufficient fortitude to proceed. I shall not disappoint you, Vidofnir. Memory serves, the cavern of Morn is entered from the second floor of the central tower. Okay. But yeah. Well, I guess I gotta do this in Wake of Death, too, to get, Thin Air. Which is just free, not use MP on the next thing. Which I guess is paired with fucking Res, because that's the most mana. Yeah, we'll see in, like, a month what's gonna be left of the video game fucking industry. Because a lot of it isn't doing well, and again, a lot of it is because they keep making these high-end games that barely make their money back. And we can talk about, again, Sony's huge, massive flops. And how absolutely stupid they were to buy Bungie for billions upon billions of dollars. When Bungie was never good at making money in the first place. Like, oh, man. I go on that every time. It's just really funny. Because they, like, bought them for, like, so much money that they weren't even valued at that. But they spent so much money on them. And no one wants to pay $70 or $80 games. Like, again, it's been shown that games being priced at $70, people buy less of them. Like, it's just, that's a known fact. The research has been done. And, like, that's, you can't already price people out. It's like people going to the movie theater. When things are trying to fucking follow, I was about to say follow taint. When people try to follow loss of profits worth increasing of prices to recoup those costs, that's when they start losing more money because less people are going to go. Like, it's the death knell. It's just fucking, you're stupid to do it. I did look at that, at buying a Switch and then being like, oh yeah, the games are $80 a fucking piece. What the fuck is that garbage? Hello, I have taken care of the taint. Do I have to take care of this lady because she's full of taint? I forgot. Is that game? Well, do we know if that game's gonna be $80? Right, because that might be the one they might not price at $80. But if it is $80, oh my fucking god, they're fleecing everybody. I'll give them the slight benefit of the doubt. Very slight. But, like, my god. And with consoles only getting more expensive, you're pricing more people out to play, like, less and less games. Right? Like... the whole scenario is going to kill the games market, as we know it. The Wild Switch 2 edition didn't even come with a DLC? What the fuck? It's like, what, 2 DLCs? You couldn't just give it for free? No! Why would I look at any of the Switch 2 versions? Dude. You know, again, I know people don't like Nintendo, and a lot of them show up to this stream, right? As I've seen. And I think we're like the outliers, but it really feels like Nintendo is just continuously shooting themselves in the foot ever since Iwata died. Like, it really feels like that they just fucking constantly keep being like, oh yeah, let's price our games higher. Let's not include the DLC and Switch 2 fucking visions. Let's make them pay more for the Switch 2 versions. Like, come on, man. Okay, let us go do the quest. Back to the story. Oh, is the Cave of Morn up there? Oh, I think I'm gonna get to do a dungeon today. Well, a second dungeon, technically. I feel like it's the same at work. I feel like some of these things are like the easiest thing to ever see, right? Like some problems that are going to arise are some of the easiest problems you could ever foresee if you took more than 2 seconds to look, right? But again, it's very clear that CEOs are just so stupid and so dumb that they don't have to think, right? They believe they don't have to think and that AI will save them all. And save their businesses, and it's so productive, and it's just like, at the end of the day, this is onto themselves, you know? Like, this is their own faults and problems they've created by chasing this, you know, ever-consistent line must go up ideology when line cannot infinitely go up. It just doesn't work that way. Get out of here, Vingaroon. So we're gonna do my favorite dungeon. I love this dungeon. You okay there, dragon? Burn it down, burn them all. Oh, okay. Well, that's mean, don't burn us all. Oh, hey, nice lookout. Gotta pray here. This ancient altar sits in the fiery depths of the Morn, once adorned by statues depicting a girl and a dragon. Only the latter has survived to the present age. Lift your eyes above the structure, and the base of the floating peak of Salamal can be seen. Can I actually do that, though? I guess I can, a little bit. Oh, there it is. Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to Salamal's summit for thee and thy companions. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors your kind in nigh on 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin, this mountain is revered as holy ground, and resting place both were your minions of Nidhogg during your ascent. For 'tis certain they shall take great offense at your intrusion. We are grateful for your warning, gentle Vidofnir. My final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it breed further despair. Stinian, the way is open, let us not tarry here. A moment, shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers that await us? Teomon herself is said to guard this peak. I do not fear Nidhogg's consort. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our path shall feel the sting of my lance. Spoken like a true butcher, need I remind you that we are come to parley our peace? Let us be clear, heretic. 'Twas to save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture. It is for their sake that I go now to speak with Hesvelgar. But I said nothing of Teomon. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of the deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as the de jure dragoon. You are beyond redemption. We will accomplish nothing by bickering. If we are to meet with Hesvelgar, our path leads up the mountain. We shall defend ourselves attack, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? Okay, before we do some all, I'm gonna go pee real quick. Just back up to the statue. Oh wait, can I do this? Is that... Hold on. Oh, that's kind of worth it though. That's kind of worth it though, because I'll never see these three in a fucking dungeon together. Yeah, okay, we might do that. We might actually use NPCs, because that would be interesting to see. Okay, let me go pee real quick. 1 sec. Yeah. You hear me? Try to get out of this chair. Not making a mess. I have returned. Now, usually I would do it with real people. But because I could have a party of fucking Astidian, Lady Icetart, and Alphino, this is just an interesting party. I'm gonna take a sip of this drink. And we can do this dungeon. Okay. Fuck yeah. I love Summall. It's gonna be so interesting to see these fucking... these three. This is literally one of my favorite dungeons of Heavensward. There we go. Also, I think this is the first one where you get the echo. Also, they're gonna only want to pull one thing. We're gonna force them to pull everything. We're doing that, and then running away. You got this, Lady Iceheart. This is just be very funny.
Taste my love.
Can I do ass size? No. Man. I just want to do ass size.
Shiva, aid me!
I'm amazed this bitch can actually just be a paladin. But she's actually not a paladin. She's just a gladiator. She's not even the upgraded job. What a fucking loser. Neither is Alphino. What are you two doing? I'm disappointed in them both. Where you going, you sail? What are you doing over there, Alphino? Are you just doing Rune 1? Assidian, do your goddamn fucking AoE combo. I see it. You're just doing the single target. How is there one Gallicat? Just chilling over here.
Focus. Release.
This poor little carbuncle. He's doing all that I can. Now, am I gonna be the only one who gets fucking eaten here?
Shiva, aid me!
Or does this bitch not do that anymore? No, it does. It definitely does.
Focus. Release.
Oh my god, we're gonna see mechanics. Oh, bye, Alphino. And for being the Astro Dragon, fake Shiva, and fucking Alphino over here, I think it'd be a little stronger. You guys have fun killing those bees. I'll just keep fighting the plant.
Away with you.
Just keep smacking the plant.
Taste my lance.
I'll kill it eventually.
Release.
Your guard is down.
Focus. Release.
See? Yeah, this is when I start getting 130 gear. Not until the next dungeon. I start getting gear that's better than what I have. Okay, just sit in the fire, girl. It's definitely not your one weakness.
Focus. Release.
Yeah, there's more words than those two, Alphino, right? I want one of those, fine. Ah, move.
Focus. Release.
Please stop. Please don't say it again, Alphino. I know you will, but please don't.
Away with you.
We're fine. We're fine. She's not almost dead.
Away with you.
Not at all. I'm not almost dead. Not at all. It's fine.
Shiva, aid me!
Okay, girl. Voodoo.
Focus. Release.
Shut up! Stop saying it.
Focus. Release.
Alphino. You're just casting Rune 1. It's literally the level 1 Arcana spell. You don't need a focus. Hello, little dinosaur. It's time to die.
For the House of Levia!
Why'd you do that so early, Alphino? Jeez, man.
Your guard is down. Your guard is down.
I can't believe they say the same lines so many times. So fast. Oh my god, they changed the stack. Oh my god, look at him! He's got a DPS! He's so hell-bent on dying and doing DPS.
Away with you. Focus. Release.
I believe in them and actually kill it. Can I let Alphino die?
Focus. Release.
They're all standing together. I really was gonna just go to Alphino.
Release.
Damn, I was hoping he would do the stack and I would just let him die. was really hoping. Man, it looks so good. Just like the fucking light from those the crystals. Really, Yasel? You're not gonna come up here? Can I just... Get over here! Really? No? Damn. I tried. I put down a bubble and everything. You're just like, nah, I don't need that bubble.
Know your
Away with you! Focus. Release!
Again. Alphino's only casting like Rune 1. The simplest of spells. I see him. I know that spell.
Away with you!
Also, I think he's using Pain Flare, which is a... I don't think that ability exists anymore. I can be wrong, but I don't think it does.
Your guard is down.
Yeah, it's definitely the last time we'll take NPCs in a fucking early dungeon. Tell you that for free. Oh, hello, dragon. Ow. Excuse me, Yasel. I have 2 dragons on me. Please heal. Or please, tank. There's still 1 on me, girl. Excuse me. Thank you. I'm weak. I'm a little potato. I cannot take a dragon's hit. Come consort of Nidhogg, we beseech you, grant us safe passage to the mountain summit. We mean you no harm. As I thought, blind to reason like all the rest. If we would see our mission to its conclusion, you know what must be done. Such rage and rancor, is there truly no other way? Nope. Yo, let's kill Nidhogg's bitch! They need you to know how big the start is. They need you to know. So they can force more ads into your fucking screen, because that's what the start fucking screen really does anymore. Boo-doo. Boo-doo.
Focus. Release!
Wow, run away.
Focus. Release.
Where are you going, Estinian? Gotta kill the wings.
Focus. Release.
Know your folly.
Okay, which one of you is gonna use the limit break? Is it gonna be Estinian this time?
House of Leveilleur.
No.
For
No.
the House of Leveilleur.
You couldn't program that better, guys? Come on. It's really funny. He was going to use the limit break, then his AI decided he needed to move, so then used the limit break, but it couldn't go off, so then it had to use it again. Which always procs the voice line. Yeah, we killed Nidhogg's bitch. Goodbye, Tiomon. Yeah, we murdered her. Whee! Oh, it's pants. Aw, man. I remember this gun. Wow, I'm naked. I remember this gun. It's a gun. I have a gun. Yeah, for killing Nidhogg's bitch, I get another crystal. This crystal mechanic really feels out of place after everything. Really feels unprompted and unnecessary. Crispy ham. It would seem Tiamat was the last, since no other dragons nearby. What is happening? Oh, Nidhogg, he roars. He knows we were here then? His fury, it bleeds through the eye. Fear not, I am yet my own master. But that damn worm's wrath burns hotter than flame. Come, the heart of the dragon's homeland yet lies before us. Thus do we add another link to the chain of vengeance. Oh, Saint Shiva, when will it end?
To the peak of Som Al, at the end of a perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands, floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years. They came.
Hell yeah, the churning mists. Up. That's not ominous at all. We've reached it at last, the peak of Salmal. 'Tis said to be the highest mountain in all of Eorzea. You know, I thought it cold in Corthus, but the air here carries the chill of a dozen winters. Yay, I can fly and not here. Now that we have scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Heavensward himself. What manner of creature is that? Crispy Ham, do my eyes deceive me, or is that a Moogle? It was my understanding that they only dwelled within the Twelveswood. I certainly never expected to see one in the Churning Mists. If the Moogle does live here, however, he may know where Heavensward makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. Okay. I wonder how many quests until we talk to Heavensward. Ah, he's gone, Crispy Ham. We must widen our search. What, the Moogle one? Or the bum. Ladder, okay. That's fair. Okay. Heard tales of these moves, but 'tis the first time I've ever laid eyes on one. They're rather adorable, aren't they? What? Why do you stare at me so? Can I not find a creature adorable? My heart is not truly made of ice. See no evidence of this Moogle of yours. Are you certain it wasn't a trick of the light? Mayhaps 'twas simply one of those strange plants shifting in the breeze. There's no sign of a Moogle in the area. Sure, I glimpsed the Moogle fleeing in this direction. Could he be concealing himself with magic? Confound it, could we but enlist the aid of one of the local Moogles? I'm certain Heavensward would not elude us for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify Nidhogg's with any certainty. I don't wander the mist for days and not know if we're any closer to his brood brother. And those are days we cannot well afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces then? Lady Still, may I ask you to question any dragons with whom you judge it safe to approach? I shall try, yet I fear the influence of Nidhogg's range will render most of the Dravinians in the area deaf to reason. What of you, Master Alphino? Have you not given up on the Moogles? Spam, come with me to Gridania. I meant to petition the aid of the Moogles kin in the Twelveswood. After that business with Mooglebog, I dare say they'll be glad to help us. Till we have no need of me, I shall remain here. Nidhogg senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the Eye. Attention is firmly fixed in this direction. Ah, no! I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze, and hope that I might delay any action against Ishkar. I dropped my phone. Thank you, Estinian. Come then, Crispy Ham, let's make haste for Gridania and rendezvous at the Nofika's altar. Ah, but I neglected to tell you. I'm getting it. There's an aetherite of ancient construction here. We should make it the return journey rather than less arduous. Pray do not forget to use it. I'm looking. Heart of Ice. Okay. Back to Gridania. I was like, I'm making sure because it didn't say I could teleport there. But I can. Big Dick Daddy? Not Big Dick Daddy. I don't think that guy's gonna have that name for very long, to be honest. No words, the elder seats here upon arriving in Gridania. I'm pleased to report she agreed to grant us an audience. Start to load the stand, blah blah blah, do the thing. Let's go talk to this lady. It's been forever. Oh hey, this guy's doing the exact quest we're on. How do I know? Because he has a wind-up Alphino. I bid you welcome, friends. The Emerald spoke of having met with you. It is no less a relief to see you safe and hail with my own eyes. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady. For all you have done for us in our absence, would that it were solely to express our gratitude that we came to you this day. Lest the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings. Elder seats here. We would beg your wisdom in a matter that would finally bring an end to the Dragonsong War. Speak on, friend. How do we talk to Moogles? I see, so you seek a means to contact these Moogles of the Churning Mists? Popopo, I say, Kupo. Tell me they're heretics. Greetings, Kupalaku, Cop. What do we owe the pleasure of your company? I was struck by the sudden urge to bring you some fruit, Connie, and I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more about these Moogles in the sky. I'll gladly tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a Moogle high in the clouds of Dravania and had hoped that you and your kin in the Twelveswood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray correct me if I am mistaken, Kuplo, but there are legends, are there not, which speak of Moogles who dwell beyond the clouds. Indeed, there are, Kupo. Long, long ago, back when the world was still young, they say my ancestors served the gods up in heavens. Of course, that was before the masters took to bickering like spoiled children. Ah yes, the tale of the good King Moogle Manga 12. He is revered for holding fast to a rope of miraculous length that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Unlike knowing the more fanciful aspects of the tale, it might well be that Kuplo's ancestors hailed from the Churning Mists. Given how long his kin have resided in the Twelves, it would be perfectly possible that details of their history are faded in a myth. Indeed, Master Alphino, such stories oft contain a measure of truth. 'Tis like that the Moogles of the Churning Mists tell similar tales of the world below. You can well imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach. A fleeing second nature to us, we often hide when the larger races come tramping through the forest. Of course, where there's one Moogle, there's bound to be more. Which is why I've decided to take a trip to the clouds, Kupo. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. Hope you might say that, Master Kuplo. Will you accompany us then? Just you try and stop me, Kupo. I'll admit, the thought of venturing outside the Twelveswood is a bit unsettling, but I can hardly refuse the chance to meet my distant cousins. If you'll have me, I too will accompany you on this venture and lend my voice to your cause as an ambassador of Gridania. My lady, are you quite certain? How often has a nation turned to the signs of the Seventh Dawn in its hour of need? How often have we asked the Warrior of Light to risk her life to save our own? Told many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies for the good of the realm. Is this not just? Most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seedseer. We would be honored by your presence. Return to the summit and inform our companies of these developments. Will serve as the Elder Seedseer's guide on the journey back to Salmal. Okay. I don't want to go too much more. Well met, Warrior of Light. Nidhogg is not stirred, but he watches us unblinking. The elder seats here herself answers your call, then there is naught to do but wait. They are here, Crispy Ham. Greetings, my friends. I'm happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful, devoid as the road was of Dravinians. It seemed the dragons have abandoned some all for the churning mists. Other seats here, may I present you to Sir Estinian, Ishgar's Azure Dragoon. It's an honor to meet you, Sir Estinian. Yeah, there are many tales, your blah blah blah, your skill, your courage, your dick. You know. Friends, I feel only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Moogles are all around us, even as we speak. And I should imagine they are more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers that have settled upon their home. Now would be an opportune moment to introduce ourselves. Can I have budget? No. This should serve. No budget for me. They're hiding, of course, but there's so many of them, Kupo. I am Kani Yusena. My companions and I have braved the long road from the Twelveswood to share words with you. On this occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. Ooh, such a gentle and pleasing glow, Kupo. I'm Moglin, the chieftain of this Moogle clan. Chieftain Moglin, it's an honor to meet you. Greetings, I'm Kuplokop, ambassador of the Twelveswood Moogles. A Moogle from the world below, your hide is of a different hue, but that palm is unmistakable. I might need a moment here, Kupo. My companions were no less surprised to learn of your existence here amongst the clouds. I hope they did not startle you overmuch in their eagerness to make your acquaintance. But well can I imagine your wariness. I am told that men have not walked here nigh on 1,000 winters. I'm happy you'll forgive them their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which first brought them to your midst. Companions crave an audience with the great worm Hesfelgar. They might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon. An end to the war, you say? I trust you, Connie. You said, and the light of peace shines brightly within your soul. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we did not hide ourselves because they were first of your kind to be seen in here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that, we hid because we smelled dragon blood. These skies are home to many, many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Felgar, many others crave the opposite, such as Nidhogg. Suffice it to say, we are worried that the presence of your blood-spattered warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind and invite destruction into our happy home. Now, just a moment, Chieftain. Crispy Ham here may have been doled out of the odd thrashing or two, but it's always been for a really good reason. She's the champion of the Twelveswood Moogle, and I'll not hear her good name slandered. Now, Ambassador, let's not ruffle each other's fur. I shall, of course, take your testimony in consideration. If I may, Chieftain, there's little room for trust twixt strangers. May we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? An excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interest of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend to you the hospitality of Moghome. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance, or it will be yours. Now should be watching, Kupo. Tell me, in the world down below, do all of your kind look so different from one another? It must be terribly disconcerting. What was it Kuplokop called you again? Crispy Ham, your names are as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice Moogle name? Moglin is taken, by the way, Kupo. As are Moghand, Mogmog, and Mogwin. These being the names of the 3 wise Muggles who will administer the momentous challenge that I have devised to measure worth. I call them the trials of the trustworthiness. Undertake these trials, we soon see whether you're worthy of our aid. What? This bitch being racist? I mean, he hasn't seen a human in like 1,000 years. So yeah, a little bit. Yeah, okay. Get me a potion. We're gonna make a potion. I'm not gonna read these ones. What was that? Beat up some fucking T-Rexes. What do you want? Question the Mogcombe inhabitants. Talk to you. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Wow, that was an easy quest. Was that your trial, Mogwin? Was that it? What'd you find out, Kupo? Your guy was kind of being racist, Kupo. That's what I found out. Obtain the Moogle masterpiece. Okay. Yes. So what fucking sucks? Man, it's really funny because it's like, it's definitely because of the many calamities that have happened. That like everybody's just fearful of everything. Yeah, not better yet. No, don't fight me. I need my cloud's breath and to kill some dinosaurs. Where's my badger? I'm grabbing this first T-Rex. Okay, now we can fight. No, don't hit me with your third leg. Ew. Oh, it's Great Cloud's Breath over here. Is this far? I don't want to go too much further. I would like to get to Race Velgar, but I don't think it's gonna happen in like a meaningful amount of time. Where's the last one? Don't think it's up here, but I'm gonna check. Don't touch me. Don't look at me. Don't shake my hand. I'm not here. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh, I can't jump off. No, still can't. Damn. Okay. It's mostly because I know it's gonna take a while to get to where I want to be. But I did get through Thakastak and another dungeon, and we're on the level 54 quest, so we're almost halfway through, which I think we're halfway through, technically. Which I will now look at how many quests we've done. I slowly ride back. Heavensward. 1, 2. 6. Okay, yeah, we're about halfway. Quest-wise, I should say. Isn't there a way up from this place? Yeah, it's over here with the see-through current. And this does count as 3 separate quests, the ones we're doing, so... We'll hit fucking 3 more right now. Actually, that might push this up. I gotta look. Because if this pushes it up to... Because I know what quest I want to get to. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll get to where I want to be. Because I didn't realize this counted as 3 separate quests at the same time. The Mughal masterpiece, a stone. Okay, you want to watch the express elevator go all the way down? I do. Oh no! They won't let me jump off that. Wah! Here's your stone. This is the rod I have, right? Yeah, it is. I guess I'll take critical hit. Boo-doo-doo. Grab these for later. Yeah! Completed the trial. Miss Bam, if that's what you insist you call yourself, you have completed the trials of the trustworthiness, administered by the taskmasters Mogin, Mogmug, and Mogwin. During these grueling tasks of characters, I closely observed your conduct, as well as that of your companions, and I've decided, Kupo, gather your friends before me now, so I need not repeat myself needlessly. Grab this quest for later. Okay, everybody, let's go talk to fucking Mogwin. Justinian, what are you doing over here by yourself? Come on, Kuplo Cop. Okay, Chieftain Moglin, what's your decision? Never have I seen such determined workers, Kupo. It would have taken us moons to complete all those dreary chores and errands. What? And have our labors proven the purity of our intentions, Chieftain? Without a doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Moogle. But you see, before your meeting with Hrisvelgar could take place, certain preparations needed to be made. A better way to help you pass the time than having you perform all the tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do, Kupo. Oh, Stinian's mad. Oh dear, the horn. Bring out the horn quickly now. We blow on this wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak with the Great Worm, Kupo. We haven't perhaps been treating it with the care it deserves of late. I think Mogin may have sat on it, so we needed some time to cleaning, polishing, and straightening it. No lasting harm done, though. Now you need to simply head to Zenith, the worm's rolling to the west, and give the horn a good toot. We're in your debt, Chieftain. Thanks to your noble gifts, we shall finally have a chance to plead our case to Hrisvelgar. Very possibly, yes, but I wouldn't get my hopes up too high, Kupo. The old worm isn't terribly fond of, concerns appreciate. I'm quite certain that Hrisvelgar will welcome our overtures. Why don't do all that? Stop doing all that. Don't do all that. Should we ever arrive at his lair, come, we have squandered enough time already. Boop, boop. Go back home, Connie Senna. Chieftain Moglin, we thank you for your gracious hospitality. Though we must soon take our leave, I pray that we may continue to nurture the shoots of this new-sprung friendship twixt earth and sky. Of course, Kupo. Visit us whenever you wish. Consider Moghome your home amongst the clouds. I don't like when they wave. Their arms are weird. Thanks for the help, Kupo. Never doubt you've gotten rid of all these rotten chores. Hey, it wasn't my idea. If she had spent a little less time sitting about and a little more time chieftaining, these would not have gotten so messy in the first place. And he was the one who sat on the horn, by the way. But now all the errands are done, the horn's fixed. All was well that ends well. I expect you're eager to be on your way. Did I mention your friend was looking for you, Kupo? If not, Alphino is looking for you. I'll be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. What you got, Alphino? To the best of my knowledge, we have all that we need for a trip to Zenith, and I believe the Elder Seats here and her retinue will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways. Alphino Crispyham, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Moogles might never have been revealed to us. It's we who should be thankful, Elder Seedseer. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, blah blah blah, okay. And towards your president's Kuplo cop that ultimately won us their trust. My pleasure, Kupo. I've made so many new friends. I have so many fantastic tales to tell my kinsmoogles back at home. Yeah, okay. Wherever you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Bye, girl. See you later. I want to go talk to Hrisvelgar before I fucking end the day. Warrior Light, pray attend close to your companions. There are standing beneath the stoical facade. A storm of anguish seethes unseen. You're telling me Estinian's a grumpy bitch? I could have told you that, girl. It's not very hard to find out. Or see. Oh man, that guy can fly. I can't fly. Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed away your tears, Kupo? Then we're indeed ready to go. The road to Zenith. Chief Mogler already explained the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Hrisvelgar's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. It's a big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for Asa. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe it should have been the first thing, Kupo. Let's go! Grab this quest for later. Not ominous at all. Hello, dragons. Would you like to see my ass size? I love my ass size. Why do one of you poison me? Arrow kill, road to ZF. Okay. No, don't touch me. I have missions to do, like killing more T-Rexes. Wait, this is the weird one where there's like only 2 right here. S-eyes. God, that's so far. It hit that lightning spread all the way over there. So big. I say, please just die. Thank you. One more. God, it's such a good move. Boom, boom. Further on. I should get this ether current, because this will not take me over here. Like, that's the closest I'm gonna get to it. There it is. I really just like the Heavensward areas. Like, Ishgard is such a fucking, you know, thing to its city that's not just like, oh, this is pirates, this is hippies, right? Ishgard's like, this is a broken-ass fucking city. Look at all our fucking rubble everywhere and our poor people. Three dragons this time. Wow, they fucking just got wrecked, health-wise. From one ass size. Turn that in. There's that ether current. Hello, Moghan. Things were a bit bitey for a while there, but I think we were right in the one piece. I wonder what was the dragon so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. Ah, I wonder what it could be. We may have a small problem, Koopa. When the winds are high like this, Hrothgar invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you try blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing ahead and rest up until the wind dies down. Do. No, don't touch me. This should do nicely, Koopa. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow. Until then, we might as well make ourselves comfortable. We must interrupt our journey so close to its end. I suppose this place is as good as any. Mayhap a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help clear our minds and readiness for the coming parley. Very well, then. I believe campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Korthus. And clear our minds, says Master Alphino, whose mind needs clearing. The thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, Crispy Ham, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We'll have the camp ready by the time you return. I don't know if that's true with you two. You see that sculpture to the west of here? I'm all but certain it's carved in the likeness of Saint Shiva. To the west? Oh, that. Okay. It's literally the next quest I want to do. Don't touch me, Amphitheater. Please end, thank you. Oh no, it's a tree! Kill the tree! Come on, Badger. Kick its teeth in. So I will say, being already halfway through, like, Heavensward is pretty good. I really thought this was gonna take longer to get through. And, like, I know we're only on the second expansion, but we're already, like, halfway through the second expansion. I'm just gonna take this hit. Like, at this pace, we'll definitely have this character ready for Evercold. We'll definitely have all the story done. Oh god, these two are still fighting. See, I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alphino returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled the pot with what look like stew ingredients ready for the fire. Can I have budget? Ew, that's a lot of storage for windows. A few things compared to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. So speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with a kindling and a flint. As well, you instructed me so patiently then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to your cell with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charlian dignitary, and alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the studium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers, how ignorant of my own shortcomings. That hubris invited manipulation and betrayal and led to the downfall of the Scions. For all of us, we all of us, that's a weird fucking way to start that sentence. We all of us are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what it is that they fought for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe. It was only upon meeting his Svelgar that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were not for the chance encounter, I would have never vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. The truth has been driven me to do terrible things I cannot deny. But I'd rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetuating a needless war. This journey has taught me anything. It is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's convictions in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You're well on your way, Master Alphino. At your age, I was but a fool, swinging a spear with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now, I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Then here amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? But for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no work of history will exonerate him. Oh, I'm losing frames like crazy. Hi, TJ. I may be ignorant of how the Dragonsong War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict, I can say for certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. Can it stop dying a little bit, man? Because we're almost done. In my hands resides the power to vanquish the great worm. If Ishgard's survival rests on me, wielding that power, I'll slay Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Justinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Svelgar of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not, but that I shall, Dragoon. Well, wind's willing, we shall have our answers on the morrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate with the rising sun. How you doing, TJ? How's it going? That's fair. I understand that. Hey, new piece of gear. I will no longer look like Cilia. I will now look like a scholar. I guess. The campfire was so cozy, I must have fallen asleep, Kupo. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne Svelgar back to the skies above Zenith. I'm sure of it. There's your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with a toot on the shiny horn. So I'll be heading back now if it's all the same to you. Good luck, Kupo. It was nice knowing you. Yeah, I'm fine. Tired, but I'm trying to get to this next quest. This literal next quest. And, be done for the day. Because this is where I wanted to end up. Because we're like halfway through this expansion. Such and such. Honestly, I don't speedrun, but you'll probably see me play some Resident Evil soon enough. That will feel like a speedrun. Because how fast I fucking played OG RE1. Okay, be ready. Here comes some budget. And I know there's budget in this. And I'm ready for the budget. Yeah, I don't do 3 fast enough. I also don't speedrun. I just can't do it. Okay, let's give a toot on this horn. You're getting all that from one horn? I don't remember the fastest I've done. Mortals, why do you disturb my solitude? I'm gonna have to translate for Svelgar here. I don't remember what is the fastest speedrun. It's more of my my positioning. I'm not good at perfect pathing.
Svelga.
Thou speakest the name of a creature that but awaiteth the release of oblivion. Leave me.
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind.
Yeah, I think mine's like in the 50s. As the fastest. I don't know. I'd have to look at my old phone and check out pictures and such.
Svelga, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva.
Yeah, okay. Do not speak her name, mortal.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Why is Chris's so long? Foolish girl, thinkest thou my beloved spirit hath descended from the heavens? That the secrets of her heart are thine to know?
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Gullible fool, the light but illuminated the past for thee. It did not grant thee omniscience. Omniscience. Omnipotence. The spirit thou hast summoned belongeth not to Shiva, but 'tis but a shade conjured by thine own fancy. In age long past, mine own kin were guilty of like folly. Beguiled by the Dark One's lies, they attempted to resurrect a king amongst worms, yet the divinity they called forth merely borrowed the semblance of my fallen brood brother. I think I said, why is Christus so long? Such gods are not summoned, but created, phantom spun from the threads of misplaced faith.
Then the spirit that answered
Was but thy dream of Shiva. Thy soul hath been corrupted by a deity of thy own making, child. Yeah, but Chris can get Rebecca to do that. But even then, it still doesn't take that long to do, like, the fight for
Be
that.
As it may, Lord Hraesvelga, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real,
Oh.
and it has borne us this far. We
Sorry,
would
Alphina.
spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
The tie of thy kind is one of avarice, treachery, and death. And thou wilt speak to me of peace? Hark thee, mortal, to the naked truth, and tell me thou deservest forgiveness. Budget. 1,200 years ago, my beloved Shiva's sacrifice served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragon, paving the way for an age of peace and cooperation. Two centuries of harmony were to follow, during which time the Elezen learned much about us, not least that the eyes of a great worm are the wellspring of his strength. It was out of the selfish desire to possess this strength that King Thoradin then conspired to undo all that our peoples had achieved together. With the aid of his leal knights, that most noble of Elezen lured my brood sister, Ratatoskr, into an ambush and took from her that which he craved. That would make sense that it would be the shotgun. Are we talking about, like, OG RE1, right? We are? Because, like, fain would I strike the image from my mind, and still the scene doth linger. My brood sister's tattered corpse, defiled by her Elezen allies. They had torn her out her eyes and feasted upon them in the manner of wild beasts. Because that is technically not Richard's shotgun, but don't mind me. I'm being very fucking precise. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. You don't really have the ammo as Chris, but you can just run. Yet that was not all from their bloody banquet. The fiends had gained strength beyond that of mortal men. Even now, I labor to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal. Nidhogg was the first to learn of the atrocity, and he took to the skies, hungry for vengeance. Though he slew Thoradin, some of his knights, their fellow butchers, knew only too well where to aim their spears, and with now practiced savagery, they set about my brood brother, sending him flailing from the field. Such is the truth the Holy See would keep hidden. Such was the beginning of the Dragon Song War. It's a song my kind shall never forget. And should 10,000 years pass and Ishgard crumble into dust. Again, my problem with speedrunning is just perfect pathing. I just don't want to do that. I just like playing the game as fast as possible.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
What thou choosest to believe is immaterial. The betrayal that yet haunts mine every waking moment is no less than the truth to my kind. And Nidhogg meaneth for Thoradin's people to suffer for this sin till the end of days. That which thou imaginest a war of extinction is but a punishment, a siege of the spirit. Hast thou not seen those who tire of the torment, those who are bent in their own and side with dragonkind?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Know that all the traitors' progeny bear a trace of Radikaskar's essence, but a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it.
Then, the seed lies within us.
It is for this reason that those who abandon their loyalties are rewarded with a drink. Unless are they transformed to join the ranks of Nidhogg's ever-growing army as newborn dragons. One by one, though through death or defection, my brood brothers shall account for all the betrayer's children.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Drovanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain!
You're all murderers! There'll always be some, of course, who choose to fight until the bitter end, like thee, Dragoon. But struggle as thou might, thy youthful vigor will spend ere thou reachest 70, and Nidhogg shall remain to torment thine offspring. Dude, he's so fucking... Yeah, how dare you?
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
Thou hast the right of it, Dragon Slayer. Comprehendest thou now the futility of thy quest? Because he's young? Why would he not play Roblox?
I have not come this far only to admit defeat.
He only grew up with Roblox.
We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
They pretty much are talking about a large handgun if you think about it. Stubborn child, thou thinkest in mortal terms. Our perception of time is too broad for thee to grasp. Tis a simple matter for thee to offer thine apologies. Thou didst not perpetrate the crime. Despite thy visions, the deeds of history seem distant to thee. Yep, well, yeah, that's Roblox, people. All child predators. Oh no, Badger withdrew from the battle. For worms such as Nidhogg, however, the history is yet part of its present. As fresh as the blood that did gush from Radikaskar's ruins. How could he not be driven mad? Did I use the Requiem button, like the Magnum? Yes. Did I do the destroy everything? Yes. It was only by calming the embrace of Shiva's soul that my own hath fury not consumed me. Let us speak no more of what is done. My faith in your kind is spent, and I would be alone. Okay, bye, Hesvalgar. I just, honestly, when I play a Resident Evil game for the first time, I barely ever use the Magnum. Hesvalgar was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. The will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. 'Tis but a pity that I misliked what he said. So far did we travel, even to the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. Far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course. And it's really only because it's the first time through. After, like, when I play RE1 on, like, the Jill version, I have so much Magnum ammo that I just blast every fucking thing at the end of the game.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady.
Hi,
I
Arctic.
would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
How you doing? Welcome to the end of the
A moment,
stream.
Justinian.
'Cause I need to go to bed
You
soon.
yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
I haven't slept yet. And I
In
never played
close
Roblox
combat,
either.
This will afford us an advantage. And if the tales are
A
true,
lot of
the
pedophiles
Warrior
are
of
on
Light has
Roblox.
bested many an invincible foe. But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
Wow. What a dick. The false god is the Shiva. What manner of fandom have I welcomed into my heart? Okay. Yeah, there's no more Aetherites. Let's go back to the crystal. We can call it a day there. To put it quickly, is that Ysel, the girl that was up there, can take on the form of Shiva. Because she believes that she is a reincarnation of Shiva. While fucking Svelgar, the dragon, who used to be Shiva's lover, effectively said, nah, bitch, you're not fucking real. That Shiva, that's just fake. Deal with it. And that's effectively what it was. Tell ya. I'd love to get to the fucking area, and I'd love to continue. I have to go to bed. I have work. How many quests are we to the next part? What are we on? The Worm's Lair? Yeah, it's so many quests. It's so many quests. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately. I wish I didn't have to work. I would legitimately stream for like 10 hours every couple of days. You know, I would. But here we are. Can't, something's gotta pay the bills. She's not crazy, no. It would take a lot, man. I'll be very honest. Right? Like, I got bills to pay. And I don't really want people to be like, oh yeah, here's the amount of money you would need. Which would be like, let me think of like everything. It'd probably be like $1,500 every month I would have to make. Fucking. It's unrealistic. Especially with like the size. Right? Because like if you had like, you know, 1,500 people and they all gave $1, it's like, yeah, cool. But like we're 296, I think, followers. Like that's just not gonna happen, and it's just not gonna happen. So whatever. It's fine. Gotta make the money. I'm not e-begging, I don't care. Right? Like, I gave those 10 subs, I gave like 12 subs yesterday, because I'm just like, I have money to spend out because of a job. Right? So it's like, yeah. No reason not to. Because that money will come back to me. Albeit slightly less, or whatever. That's not how this works, bud. I gotta fund myself. I'm just glad I bought this recliner, man. It's really comfy. But yeah. But like I said, I'd love to go further. I'd love to get to the dungeon that we're coming up on, but it's not gonna happen. So Wednesdays I usually don't stream anymore because my internet freaks the fuck out on Wednesdays more than anything. I don't know why. But actually will be Thursday, which I'm gonna do Here's the Storm Thursday. And then I'm tempted because I don't really want to wait for more 14 like further in the week, so I might do a Friday morning one, depending. Let's see how I feel Thursday. If I want to do one Friday. But if not, this weekend, we're going to do a lot more 14 as well. Because I'm going to do some Resident Evil Saturday. And then if nobody wants to play Monster Hunter, which we could play Monster Hunter if so. But if nobody wants to play Monster Hunter, then we can play 14 after that. And then Sunday, I would like to start Kingdom Hearts 2. And then maybe do some 14 on top of that as well when it gets later in the day. Or the night, or whatever. It's probably the smart plan. You know, give me that 1.5k money I need. These $10 Minecraft fucking sponsorships I'm getting over here. I do, because we're already in Heavensward. Right, where the new expansion for 14 comes out in January, and we have half of Heavensward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, Endwalker, and Dawn Trail to get through before January hits. And I put this off for like 8 days. When the fucking other thing happened. Hi, Lyrical. Yeah, it was 5 hours ago, which just means I'm ending now because I'm sleepy and I gotta go to work later. But like I was explaining, I do want to do some Resident Evil this weekend. And if nobody wants to play Monster Hunter, then we'll do 14 after that. And then I want to start Kingdom Hearts 2 because I put off Kingdom Hearts 2 long enough. And then we'll play more 14 after that. And then we'll see how I feel like, because I want to... there's just not enough time, right? Like, I want to do more Here's the Storm, and I want to do 14, which is why this week should be those as well. It's just not enough time to do everything I want. Never is. So, yeah. Yeah, I fucking... this little instrumental going on. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that's important. Is there anything anybody wants or needs before I even fucking forget? I can't think of anything right now. I think that covered it all. Vacation, Badger. Yeah, I know. We gotta do Badger. I know. You give me a bit, and we'll get Badger. We'll get more footage of Badger. And I mean more like give me a little bit. Probably next week. Up. 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 A dog graduation. I just saw a dog. I don't really want. I think the Yoinky Sploinky's enough of an annoyance that I don't really want other annoyances. The Yoinky Sploinky can be really annoying if someone spams it.
Right, get that your kick, please! Oh yeah, baby! Oh yeah! You see that, eh? Leave it to Ryan!
I'm just glad I got that working again. And hopefully, because today wasn't too bad with my internet, hopefully, we don't have more problems as time goes on. But we'll see, because it could have just been a bad weekend, who knows, but we'll fucking find out, because I don't really want to deal with that again. Okay, so anything else? Wants, needs, concerns? You're telling me. It all scares me. No, neither can I. I'm pretty beat. Okay, well let's close 14. There we go. Okay, like I said, Thursday we'll do Heroes of the Storm. So look forward to that. Friday we might do more 14. I'll see how I feel. But this weekend we'll have more, and we'll have Kingdom Hearts 2 and some Resident Evil. Okay, everybody? Okay. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it, even if you just popped in. Because Bacon needs to sleep. It's almost noon. Which means, yeah, fun. Okay. I'll see everybody not tomorrow, sorry, on Thursday. So have a good one. Thanks for being here. See you Thursday. Bye, guys. Enjoy your fucking day. Have a good one. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. I love this recliner. Okay, bye. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me do one thing. This is for nights. Give me a second. I wonder if I have that installed. Hold on, nights. I do. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Oops. Hold on. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Nope, not that one. Perfect. Have a good day.